Hi, my angels. It's been a hot minute. Sorry about that. But at least I have loads of stories for you. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a little beverage, and yeah, let's dive right in. So somebody just roll the tapes, please, because am I a hypocrite or am I a hypocrite? But if you're not, then are you even growing? Do you know what I mean? That's what we're all about. Basically, your girl's joined the gym. I know, roll the tapes. Did I not say that everyone that goes to the gym has a sob story? Did I say that? Did I? Can't remember. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So yeah, I have joined the gym. Have I been going recently? No, but I was on an absolute ball, by the way. Like, I was going, like, honestly, about 6 days a week. I was loving life, okay? To be fair, I'm kind of like a fake gym gal because the thought of actually going into the gym, like with all the men and the machines, I can't do it. Can't stand it. I can't even really take myself into the female only section. It just riddles me with anxiety, to be honest. I'm like, I feel like an imposter. Like, I'm not a gym girl, I'm fake. I'm like, I am like an intruder. Someone locked me up. That's what I feel like. So yeah, but however, I have been going to the gym classes. So I've been going to like body pump, a little bit of abs, a little bit of legs, bums, and is it legs? Yeah, LBT, legs, bums, and tums. Is that right? LBT, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, and I was living life. Went on my holiday. All I could think about when I was on holiday was the gym. If my hotel had a gym, would I have went? Probably. Honestly, I was dedicated. I came back from holiday, and honestly, it's all went downhill. So I came back from holiday. I had about 4 days. I was absolutely fine. Still going to all my classes, Pilates in the morning, 7 a.m., and I was off. You know, I was honestly dedicated. And then I had like this court trial thing. It was like no like jury duty or something. So I was doing that for a week. And honestly, I could have went after. Like I was getting away at like 4, I think, maybe just half 4ish, 5, and I could have went, to be honest, because my classes were roughly about 5:30, so I literally could have went, but I didn't, and I've totally fallen off. I've fallen off, and I just cannot get myself back into it. I'm thinking, is it the gym? Because like the gym that I'm at, because honestly, everyone's rude. Not to speak for everyone, but to me, everyone's rude. Like nobody smiles, no one says hi. Like I'm going in and I'm like hi, and everyone's like that, like looking me up and down. They probably know that I don't belong in there. They're probably looking at my physique and going, she looks like she sits in McDonald's all day. And honestly, I would if I could. And yeah, I don't know. I just think that everyone's giving like bad vibes. It's like mean girls in there. And it's not even like cliquey. I don't see anybody really talking to anyone. But like I like this girl like go in front of me like to get into like the changing room. I was like, oh, is it on you go? And she just looked at me. I was like, oh, is that how it is in here? Get it, get it. And I was looking at this other, it's like a new female only gym. And she was like sending me like the prices and things. And I'm like, I don't know if I can afford that right now. I would actually love to join that gym, but then again, I'm like that. Is that actually the girls that I'm intimidated by? Like, I just know I'm just not one of them, and they know. They 100% know, because they're looking at me like, get out. And I'm like, okay, I will. But in the classes, like, everyone is so lovely. All the instructors, I don't know if that's what you would call them. All, like, the teachers and that in the classes, absolutely fine. And I kind of need that, because see if I'm sitting on a machine doing reps, I'm like that. Who's going to force me to do another set? Like, who's actually, like, who's here? Who's going to force me? No one. Do you know what I mean? Make me. But if I'm in a class and I'm like, I can't just stop. Do you know what I mean? Because that's embarrassing. So, yeah, in a class, I kind of need to take part. Do you know what I mean? I can't be like, I'm not doing that. Do you know what I mean? You need to do it. So, yeah, I just feel like classes give me more like motivation and it's like discipline. Do you know what I mean? Like, they will be like, excuse me. Do you know what I mean? Do another squat, you know? So yeah, like even like I seen someone I knew and I was like that hi, and they just like double took me and just kept walking. I just thought, I'm like, is this just like the criteria in the gym? Like, was this in the handbook? That did I miss something? Is it you have to be rude? Makes your muscles bigger? Don't know. I actually don't really want muscles, to be honest. That's not really like the body type I'm after. Having said that, I have promised myself that by 25 I'll have abs. So we've got 4 months, and the last like 2 weeks or like week and a half of my 6 weeks off holiday, I know I've had 6 weeks off and I haven't done a single pod. I've been back to work for a week now, so yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, so the last like week and a half of my holidays, I just honestly I think I had takeaway every single day, like McDonald's, had some Chinese, had an Indian, like honestly every single day. Cause I was like, let's just get something else, and oh, there's nothing in the house, and instead of going away and doing a shop, we'll just order in. So I'm like, I actually don't even want to weigh myself, because when I was at the gym and I was dedicated, I lost like almost half a stone. I don't know what that is, but my dad was, boosting my confidence and saying I was doing amazing. I don't know how many pounds that was, but yeah, it was like 2 pounds off, like half a stone or something. God knows. And that was in like less than a month. I was like less than 4 weeks. Go me. So yeah, before you all come for me, call me a hypocrite. This is basically how I got into the gym. So, long story long, because I can't shorten a story, I like to, I just like to chat, basically. So, I had, like, a little voucher thing from JD, like how they have that, like, basically a club card. So, I had, like, £30, maybe a bit more than that, maybe like £60, can't remember, but I had some money to spend anyway, and it was way to expire. I seen this amazing cute little outfit. You've maybe seen it on my TikTok. It was from Abel. It's like a halter neck and like short. You never did I think you'd catch me in a pair of shorts. To be fair, I don't really wear that outfit because it does make me feel a bit self-conscious. So yeah, shorts just isn't for me. But maybe one day, when I've got the legs for it. It's mainly my thighs. But anyway, we're not talking about that. So I bought this little cute pink outfit and I thought, well, it's a gym outfit. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, I obviously need to join the gym. So I did. And to be fair, I had been eating like really, really good. I mean, this is like what I've been doing. If you're not a gym girl, you probably don't care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So I have 2 meals a day. I only have carbs in my second meal, which is like for my tea. So I'll be on like pasta, rice, something like that. Normally it is pasta because your gal just loves pasta. Can't lie. Anyway, so I'll have pasta and probably will have some garlic bread. God forbid, pure like that, you can't have 2 carbs on a plate. Oh, watch me. Anyway, and obviously was doing something right because your gal lost basically half a stone almost. So who wants me to PT them? Do you know what I mean? I'll write you a diary. I won't really because I've fallen off. Anyway, and then for my lunch when I was at work, I was having like basically a Caesar salad without the Caesar because I don't like it. So I was having like chicken with like salad, and honestly a little bit of full fat meal. Someone cover. Do you know what I mean? Like just be you. Do you know what I mean? Do you know I told someone, right? They were like, oh, what did you have for your last night? And I was like, meatballs. And like, how many? And I said 4. I didn't have 4, I had 6. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I was like, 4, and they're like, 4 meatballs. I'm like, wait until I tell you that I had 6. Do you know what I mean? And then Connor left one, so I had 10, so I actually had 7. Like, someone, do you know what I mean? Have I broke the law because that's how she was acting? Do you know what I mean? Calm down. At least it wasn't like a full bag of pasta. Do you know what I mean? And even if it was, so what? Anyway, so yeah, that's basically how I got into the gym. I thought if I'm eating well, I'd be as well going to the gym. Do you know what I mean? I'm eating clean, go to the gym. But now I'm eating like an absolute slob, so yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Trying to get back into it, like definitely being at work and having that routine again and like knowing that's what I'm going to have for my lunch every day. Fab. Do you know what I mean? Keeps it nice and easy for me. And there was one day I didn't like meal prep it and I literally prepped in literally about 3 minutes before I left for work, and I was like, you know what? It's easy, it's quick, and like it's fine. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes when I get like a bad bit of chicken, I'm like, oh, do I go veggie again? Who knows? My veggie lasted about 3 months, which it always does. It's always the same. I just kind of go off chicken for a while. I don't know if I updated you. I wasn't vegan and veggie anymore, so have that. Anyway, talking about my 6 weeks off, I ended up going to Portugal, Albufeira, I think it was. It was during the World Cup. It was absolute mayhem. Like my dream holiday would honestly be like Italy or something, or like going to Paris. No, like something chill. Like I'm not a party gal, A couple of cocktails is fine. A little cocktail bar. I would honestly love, right? Now I've just said this, right? And now I want me to say something else, and you're gonna go hypocrite again. But basically, I would love Benidorm at night, But I don't mean the drinking, I don't mean the atmosphere, I mean like the entertainment. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like Benny has a bit of like a chavvy rep, and I'm not really wanting that. But like somewhere like Italy vibes, but with good entertainment, like a little like, what do they have? Like the people that like hypnotize you and that, like that's a lot of fun. The comedians, a lot of fun. The like cover bands, great. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just like the nightlife at Benidorm, but without all the like the drunk men and the people looking for Charlie. Don't know if you've seen them, but that's all they do. Portugal was like mayhem, and I'm not really a football gal, and I feel like Connor was obviously in his absolute element. Is that the right word? Like he was just like living life. Oh my goodness, how could I almost forget? Right, last day of the holiday, last night actually of the holiday, right? During the day, we've been out. I think we did like, what did we do again? I think we did like quad bikes or something, right? So I didn't want to wear my Tiffany earrings. Now, why would I take them on holiday? Honestly, don't know. I had like Sheen earrings, right, before I left, put them to my ears and thought, nah, we'll just wear the Tiffany's. Why not? Do you know what I mean? Live a little, you know? Don't do it. Anyway, you can probably guess what happened next. Went to the hotel, got ready for night time, was all dressed, was on the balcony, we had to take a little selfie and that, and I go, oh my gosh, my earrings! Goes to the bedside table. Yes, I didn't put them in the safe. Again, cuff me. Do you know what I mean? I'm a clumsy gal, okay? I'm just a, know what? I just see the good in everyone. What can I say? I'm just a sweet little, like, I don't know, like, blissfully unaware. Just see the good, you know? So I've left my bedside table like I would in my house. Do you know what I mean? And I've went, oh, silly Connors, put them somewhere. Where's he put them? I was like, where's my earrings? He's like, not seeing them. I was like, silly you. He does move things and forget quite a lot. We flipped that room upside down. I was stripping the bed. I was tipping the bin out. I was looking on the balcony. God, I even woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh, I know where they are. And I looked in like where the toilet brush was. They weren't there. Anyway, sorry, rewind, okay? So we've literally like tipped this room upside down, right? The mattress is off the bed and everything. Like, honestly, the bedside tables are on the bed so I can like look underneath, blah, blah, right? We've full on basically demolished this room, right? And I'm like, now I'm raging. I'm actually feeling sick. And I'm so annoyed at myself because I'm like, why did I bring them? Do you know what I mean? Like my little gold, love heart, Tiffany earrings, right? You've probably seen me wear them. I wear them all the time, right? I don't really get out a lot, don't know if you know, but because I'm not a drinker, don't really go out, don't really party, don't really go out, like celebrate or that. So I wear these earrings all the time. I wear them to work and everything. Like I just love them, right? They're the only earrings that don't really like hurt my ears because like Sheen ones make my ears green and yeah. Anyway, so I basically phoned up reception and I was like, hi, like I'm missing my earrings, like I'm just wondering if like maybe like the cleaners, you know, me seeing the good in everyone, maybe like they've fallen off and like went into like their washing pile and maybe they're in the machine. And she's like, the cleaners are gone. I says, well look babe, it's literally 8 o'clock, okay? I leave here in like 12 hours. You're gonna have to do something. So she comes up and she's like, spillage, and I'm like, no. Were you not listening? Anyway, language barrier maybe, God knows. But she was acting like she knew what I was on about. Anyway, so she obviously came and looked at the room and thought, what on earth's happened here? It looked like a tsunami. I don't know what that is. Looked like a tornado has like demolished our room. Anyway, so yeah, I basically explained the situation and she was like, this has never happened. She's worked there for 2 months. How do you know? Anyway, she was like, this has never happened before and I'm literally just on shift, blah, 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 blah. No, she was actually lovely, but anyway. So I was just like, can you do something? So we're literally down in the reception, right? And I kid you not, right? This person, this young boy, he was like a child, kept phone reception asking for a kettle because their kettle had like stopped working and he wanted a pot noodle. Honestly, least of the worries right now. I'm missing my gold Tiffany earrings. Come on. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, showing her, like, I'm like, look how much these are, you need to find these. And I didn't even want to show her how much they were, right? Because I thought, she's got them, she'll go, oh my god, even better, I'll sell them. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on. And who wants someone else's earrings in their ear? But again, can't see the good in everyone. Some people are just weird. Anyway, so I'm like, is there a form I could do? Like, these are missing. And she's like, oh yeah, of course. Then she puts up the phone again and she's like, I'm so sorry that there's no kettle in your room, I've looked everywhere. I'm like, stop answering the phone to him. He's like 6 or something. Like, where's his mum and dad? Like, ignore the phone. It's just him. And I'm telling you, he phoned over 10 times. Like, and it's just like, so I'm really sorry about the kettle, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, give him my kettle for all it's worth. I'll check it first to make sure my ears aren't in it. And then give him the kettle. I don't care. Find my earrings. Anyway, so she finally texted like some sort of WhatsApp group. Everyone rubbers her. I'm like, well, of course. Do you know what I mean? They're going to go, oh yeah, I stole them. I'm wearing them right now. And surprised someone didn't send like a picture of them, I don't know, on a night out with them in. Do you know what I mean? What am I meant to say? Oh yeah, oh sorry, I just borrowed them for the night because I'm watching the World Cup. Do you know what I mean? Like, of course they're not going to reply. One person out of all the millions of, I don't know how many cleaners I have, I think it was probably about 10 cleaners or something. She's like, only one's replied saying they haven't seen it. I says, I want you to look on the cameras and see who was in my room. But to be fair, like, I don't really know what I expected them to do because they're not going to go, oh yeah, I did steal them. But I kept giving them, like, excuses. I was like, maybe it's in the washing machine. Maybe it's, like, I don't know, in a cup or something, in the dishes. I don't know. Like, so they can go, oh yeah, like, just, like, do the right thing, you know? It was just funny how it happened on my last night because there was literally nothing I could do. And I was like, oh, like, when does, like, your management and things, like, come in? And she was like, tomorrow at 7. So your girl went down 7 a.m, bang on the dot. I was like, oh hi, like, I'm wanting to speak to the manager, basically this happened, it's all here. This girl could not have been more rude, right? So this was a different girl from the night before. That girl from the night before, she actually came and like gave me a little letter through my door saying I was so pretty and basically she wanted to be my friend and she wanted a selfie with me on the balcony, so hope she enjoyed that. The next girl in the morning, I was like, hi, I'm just one of your managers in, basically this has happened, blah blah blah, it should be on like your WhatsApp group and on the files, like on the system. And she was like typing away, right, and she went, what did she say again? She was honestly so rude and she actually made me like physically angry. Like, I was bailing, like completely, like, honestly lost my marbles that day. And we were literally way to leave at 8 o'clock. This was 7 in the morning. I had like an hour to get this fixed, right? I'm telling the story and she's like that on her little computer, like typing away, and I'm like, can you look at me when I'm speaking to you? Like, not to be rude, but that is rude. Do you know what I mean? Like, look at me when I'm speaking to you. Did someone say it on Love Island? Can't remember who said that. Was it Ellie or something? Can't remember. Anyway, it was like, looked up and she went, the managers don't come in till 11. And I went, oh, I got told that they were coming in at 7. Like, I leave at 8 and I need this sorted. And she looked at me dead in the eye and went, that's a shame. I was like, yeah, it is actually. And every time I'd say, like, when does your manager come in? She'd go, my who? And I was like, your manager, like your boss, like someone that could like look at the cameras and things. And she goes, I don't know. And I says, well, can you please check? And I was like, going really like high pitched because I was like, I'm ready to like go for you. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't. It was cool, calm and collective. But come on. Honestly, she was so rude. And I was like, could you have like a little look into the files? And she's like, yes, when I have a chance. And I'm like, well, can you try and speak now because I leave in like half an hour now. And just like, oh, that's a pity. It is a pity. It really is. I've lost my Tiffany earrings. Anyway, I ended up going back and forward on WhatsApp with like the manager, I'm guessing. I actually don't know. They were actually no help. They were like, are you sure that's where you left them? I'm like, yes. Yes, it is. I'm actually positive. So yeah, I was actually more just annoyed at myself, to be honest. And yeah, the hotel was shocking. But I gave them a little good message about the first girl that was nice. I said she was an absolute doll, but your other person on the desk was horrific. So yeah, I don't even know what hotel that was, but don't recommend. I'm never going back to Portugal ever again. Not to be dramatic. But yeah. Oh, it was actually so bad. And to be fair, like, I shouldn't have left them out. But even like the service, like, can't even get started. I'm going to get annoyed again. But yeah, anyway, moving on because that situation actually irritates me. So yeah, I'll be wearing Shein earrings for the foreseeable because I can't be trusted. Whoopsies. I actually really didn't want to tell my mum and dad because I was terrified. But they were like, it's not your fault. Like, these things like happen. Like, you should be able to leave your stuff in your hotel room without like worrying about it, blah, blah, blah. And I thought I was going to get eaten alive. To be fair, my mum and dad's quite good like that. Like, see if something happens, they're like, it's happened. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I was so scared to tell them still. I just, you know, especially because it was like a gift and that. But anyway, yeah, moving on. I actually got myself a new car before I went on holiday. So I had that for like 2 days before I went on holiday. So I didn't even want to go. I kind of just wanted to stay with my car, to be honest. And, yeah, I've got a little BMW now. My Polo was like, you know, it wasn't really like fun to drive. But yeah, a couple of the sensors went, and I just thought, it's a 71 plate car. Do you know what I mean? Why am I changing the oil sensor? Your girl's got high standards. Do you know what I mean? So we fixed all that, and then yeah, we basically just said, I'm just gonna trade that in. So now, yeah, I've got a wee BMW 1 Series. It's white, just in case you want to give us a wave. Don't know. Anyway, yeah, couldn't get it was actually freaking me out because everyone's like, oh my god, it's so much longer, but I felt like it was so much wider than my Polo, and I was like squeezing through like lanes and like buses and that, and I thought, oh, my way to hit my car, but well, I've been fine so far, so it's totally fine. Mum's like, oh my god, it's so long. I don't think it's that much longer, to be fair. I was totally overthinking it though, because Carm's like, you do know like your accelerator comes from the floor and it's going to feel totally different. He scared me for nothing. It felt no different whatsoever. Like, I probably wouldn't even notice if he hadn't said, to be honest. Like, it's fine. So yeah, I was like messaging ChatGPT, and chat was like that, yeah, and it's so much longer, and I was like, oh my god, but it's fine. Parking's fine. The only thing that is a wee bit scary is to get to my gym, I need to go to like up this like spiral car park, and it's like so tight and narrow, and I just honestly want to die every time. That's also probably why I've not been going to the gym, because I'm terrified of hurting my car. The last time we spoke, I was actually in a bit of a rut. I'm clearly out of that now. Don't know if you can tell, but I'm not so depressed anymore. I wasn't depressed, but I was kind of just a bit dumb, you know. At work I was kind of having a bit of a tricky time. I had dance and that. I've dropped out of one dancing class. So when I go back to dancing, because that's been off like throughout the summer holidays. So when I go back to dancing, which is literally on Thursday, which I'm kind of scared about, but I'll be totally fine. Yeah, I was just kind of feeling a bit down in the dumps, really. But it literally took me 5 weeks to come up with that. That's probably why I haven't done a pod like during the holidays, because I was still kind of like, I was out at the gym and that as well, but I don't know, I was still kind of like not my usual happy chirpy self. I don't know if that's a good way to describe myself. Chirpy. Is that like a bird? Anyway, so yeah, it just wasn't like my usual bubbly self, and I just kind of felt like, oh, I just knew I could be like happier. Does that make sense? So yeah, I kind of just like kept going to my mum's and that during the holidays, and then I met up with a friend. 6 weeks and I met with one person. I actually texted them saying, hi, like, do you want to go for a wee cheeky Starbies? And she went, you want to meet me? And I was like, yeah. That's how uncommon, that's how like not like me it is to want to meet people. So yeah, did that. That was really fun. And usually, like, see, when like meeting people, my social battery completely dies. Like halfway through, I'm like, I'd rather be anywhere else. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather be in my house right now. It just dies. I'm just not chatty, and I just like want to go to sleep, basically. And before I didn't do that. I was just like, I could have just chatted all day long. Just like so much chattier. I just want to be around everyone. I'm like a social butterfly just now. But I'm kind of also scared in case I make too many plans. And by the time that the plans come round, I'm like, oh, actually, kind of regret that, because I'm no longer in my happy, bubbly butterfly era, you know? But I'm hoping it does last, because I'm actually loving life. Even at work, I feel like I'm like, just like happy, and I don't know, like good vibes, you know? I feel like I've got like good aura. I think I'm quite cringe. But anyway, so yeah, even when I was like speaking to people at work, they were like, that's like not you. Nah, I'm always like happy and like bubbly and that, but just outside of work, I like to just kind of like be with my like family. No, I don't really like to meet people. But yeah, I went for a little Starbucks. I don't know if it's because, not to get deep or that, but this was like a new friend. Like, I've known her for literally years, but we've never actually like met up. And yeah, I don't know if it's because some of the people that I go out with have kind of like broke that trust with me. Like, they've either like done me wrong or made me feel a type of way, and then I kind of like, I'm friends with them, but I'll never be like that close with them. And I don't know if that's why when I'm with them, they drain my energy, because I'm like, you've actually done me over. Even though it was 10 years ago, you've done me over, so, you know? So I think that's why I can't really meet them, because my forgive and don't forget, you know? But with this, because it was like a new experience, it's like not a new friend, but I've never actually met up with them, and they've never actually done me wrong in any way. So I'm like, yeah, I was kind of like, why do we not do this all the time? Like, why have we only just started and I've literally known her like probably for about 15 years? No, 10 years? Not sure. And we're like kind of related. So I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, it was good. And yeah, Caroline just sat and sideways and spoke to her all day. It was so much fun. Um, so yeah, I think my goal for the rest of this year, which is only 4 months by the way, it's like 4 months to my birthday. Christmas Day, baby. But anyway, so yeah, I think for the rest of this year I'm gonna try and like meet up with people more. We'll see how that goes. Maybe like once a month I can meet like one new person that I've not met up with before. Because I'm really good at going, we should meet up, and then not. And like, see if I message someone saying we should meet up, I'm kind of expecting them to like go, oh, are we still meeting tomorrow? Like, I don't want to be the one making all the effort. Like, I've made the first move. Do you know what I mean? The least you can do is like, and like, if that person like cancels on me once or maybe not once, like a couple of times, I'm not going to ever meet you. If you cancelled on me like 3+ times, no, sorry. Like, I'm not way to like cancel out my whole day, because I can't be like, oh yeah, I'll meet you in the morning, then I'll do this in that afternoon. I can't do that, because if I have someone on that day, that's taking up my whole day, even if it's just for an hour. That's my whole day. Like, I can't book anything else in. Like, when I met my friend before, she was like, what are you doing after this? I'm like, nothing. Nothing, because I've done this. Do you know what I mean? I need to know, like, maybe that's because usually my social battery dies and I physically can't do anything. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just went to my mum's and chilled out and it was fun. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go now because Connor's back from football and I get embarrassed to talk to myself in front of him, which I think is actually quite normal. Anyway, I'm going to go now, and thanks for not unsubscribing to me, because I literally didn't speak to you for like 3 months. Anyway, love you, bye. Lovely weekend and rest of the week. Bye. Oh, I also got my nails done and I asked for the wrong shape. So now I hate life. I got oval instead of almond. Almond? Is that a milk? Anyway, you'll know what I mean. Yeah, I got oval instead. Silly Billy me. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening this far. I like to think that no one listens this far, because if they did, I think I might have a heart attack, because that's quite awkward. Anyway, love you, bye. Keep it sassy, keep it classy. See you on Sunday. Mwah.